Hello, welcome to this program. In today's lesson, we are going to look at how to compute gradient, okay? So gradient is so easy to compute, especially if you're given the coordinates. So for example, here we have A, B, which means in this case now we have, this is X and this is Y, okay? And this is represented by X. So this is Y. So in this case, normally, if you want to present, if you want to come up with a gradient, normally we use a method called change in Y over, change in X. I will just try to look for another color, hope that it works. Yes, yeah. So in this case now, whatever you choose, so even if you choose that this is going to be B, the values in B, use that one to subtract from the values in A, it doesn't matter, you still get the gradient. So in this case, if we take, we start from A, so basically we're going to start here from 6, which is Y, change in Y, so we have 6 minus the other Y, 3, over, then 5 minus 2, so we have 5 minus 2. So this is A. So when we subtract this one, you're going to get here, we're going to subtract Y straight, so this is going to be 3. And then 5 minus 2 is going to be 3. So as you see, this is 3 over 3. So our gradient is going to be, so this is also sometimes called gradient or slope. It's going to be 3 over 3, which is equivalent to +1. So basically that is our gradient for A. So sometimes they just, ask you to get gradient, but sometimes also you are involved in developing, after getting the gradient, then you ask for further, task that could be create the, develop equation of the line. So that's going to be something that we're going to look in the next video. But at this moment now, that is how we solve that. Now, if you look at B is almost the same. So I'm going to take another pen color so that, yes, so that yes, so the red one is working. So that I make the distinction. So we have B. In this case, also we have C. Here's the X value and Y value, X value and Y value. So at these 2 points, so that means if it's a graph, you're drawing a graph, and now we are looking at this point and this point, and we want to just see what's the gradient, what's the slope. So what's the slope of this line? So here we're also going to take change in Y over change in X, which is going to be 20 minus 10. So we're going to have 20 minus 10 over 12 minus 5. So here we're going to have here 10 over 12 minus 5, going to be over 7. So that's going to be our gradient. So in that case, now we're having AB. For B, we're going to have our gradient or slope, or rather you can also say slope, as 10 over 7. So the best thing is, if you are just told to get the gradient, then just get the gradient and nothing more. So that is the easiest way to handle that. Now let's go to C. C is the same. We're going to have this value. So this is the code. These are coordinates for E and I guess F. So we want to see. So let's go to. So I'm going to look at C. So C, suppose you're drawing a graph, then you have here like a value. So could be E and F. So in that case, what we're looking for is that slope here. What's the gradient? So when you do the gradient, we are going to look at change in Y. So this is C. So we're going to again look at change in y over change in x, which is going to be equivalent to 1 minus 6. So 1 minus 6 over 2 minus 7 minus 5. 2 minus 5. Okay, so not so bad. If you do this, you're going to get here 1 minus 6 is going to give us minus 5 over 2 minus 5. That's going to be 2 plus. So this double minus will give us a plus. This 2 plus will give us. So we're going to have over 7. So therefore, our gradient there equals to minus 5 over 7. Okay, so now let's go to D and see how the gradient, how we can compute that D, the gradient there, where we have here. So D, we also want to say change in Y over change in X. We're going to have here 5. So this is Y, this is X, this is X, this is Y. Those are the coordinates for these 2 points over this line. So that's going to be easy again. So we're just going to say 5 minus 5 over 6 minus 4. So we're going to have 0 over 2. So basically our gradient or slope is just going to give us a 0. Now let's do the last one. Which is E. So E is again 3 and minus 5 and then over 2 over 2. So again, so E, how to do that? We're going to say change in Y over change in X. So basically we're going to have 3. So 3 minus 5 over 2 minus 2. So this is going to be 8. So minus 2 minus 3 is going to be plus. So here becomes plus. And then we're going to have 8 over 2 minus 2, which is going to be 0. So again, here we have 0 as our gradient. So that is all that I want to talk about today in this video. It's about finding gradient. Now, gradient is very important, and just like looking at the slope, and as long as you know how to calculate the slope, then we can go to the next video where we're going to look at how to develop equation of a straight line and how using the gradient. So that's going to be the next video. Thank you so much for watching this. Let's see you in the next video. Thank you so much and bye.